Hi, everybody. I'm Cat Caracelo. I want to invite you into QuestPath, the sacred wheel, and a year of mythos journey. This is an extraordinary once-a-year opportunity to join a circle of women doing powerful art as healing and finding each of our way through the new phase or that new chapter of life. There's something so powerful about how we can gather into a circle, and in this case, a virtual global circle. There is an extraordinary intimacy when we gather in with purpose and set out on a quest together. We naturally bring our questions into the journey. So the quest offers us, the QuestPath space offers us something extraordinary. We begin this journey in November at Samhain, at the turning of the sacred wheel of the year. We work with 8 seasons and we dive deep. But here's where it gets juicy. Here's where I want you to sense how your journey is calling you. Take a breath, close your eyes. And create space in your own body for something new, a new way of creating. When you open your eyes, feel drawn in to the flame. This flame is from the Glastonbury Goddess Temple, honoring the divine feminine throughout the world. All kinds of circles that gather to do the depth work that is necessary to work with the personal myth that is ever evolving. How are you called to your own deep healing path that leads to visioning, that opens opportunity, that guides you through the intuitive and the intentional, but not just the mind-focused productivity, the process of creating. Let this flame guide you. Let this flame hold the intentions and the desires of all who travel with this sacred wheel. Where you end and where you begin is always present. And so the flame calls us forward. This is not only the flame of QuestPath, of our circle. It is the flame of all circles. It is your flame, your inner fire, your creative ways. So let that flame actually be yours. Close your eyes again and bring yourself into your center. And take a moment to light the internal flame, or notice how it already flickers, how it already burns, how it already rises to meet your attention. One of the powerful ways that journey work impacts us is it becomes a new language of guiding our experience. We unearth our stories through images. We find that touching materials brings us into relationship with the self. And so it's the sacred self that comes to the circle. And that doesn't mean we don't bring our human self to the circle. One of the fantastic ways we nurture community and collaboration within the circle is to come with the truth, with the stuff of life, to give ourselves space to be honest, to bring whatever's up, but also to be deep in the journey. So we move between these realms, the active realm and the imaginal realm, the day-to-day life and the mythic life. There's something so profound, the language that we cultivate, that we use to create within this QuestPath journey that's now been going on as Mythos Journey work for 12 years in this way. The way we cultivate our own inner language is bringing in symbolism, metaphor. We work with the collective energies, the ancestral energies, indigenous ways of knowing through cross-cultural mythologies. But we do that to remember ourself. Every day you awaken and you're new. Every moment that passes impacts you, informs you, brings you to a new place of beginning again. So we use the heroes and the heroines' journey as a way to create deeper insight about our choices. We use our voice, our creative voice, our physical voice, our sharing voice, our noticing voice, our listening voice to activate new potential, new possibility, so that we can actually step in to who we want to be. And that's ever evolving, isn't it? So creative ways become the language, the way you touch paper or paint canvas, or use words to pull together the distillation of deep meaning through poetry or story. Collage and tearing and gluing becomes a pathway to discovery. And QuestPath, as a year-long journey with one circle of women, becomes the safe and sacred space to do this work, to move through the mythic language that turns with every season, to notice how we move within our own life with internal seasons that may not always meet or match what's outside our door or window. To start to discover new ways to express and explore emotions and energy and movement and memory. So the mythic invitations, those creative invitations, are there to evoke and to inspire. And within that process, you always have choice. Choice. Touch in, close your eyes, touch in once more with that internal flame. And focus your attention on it right now. How many pathways can you choose to travel if you are standing in the center of your life? What is a need or a want or a desire that your heart aches to grow into, to move towards, to build relationship with. Take a breath and just notice that there's a single path that calls you, that invites you to trust, to step over that threshold. What kind of creative might it be that is already part of your day-to-day experience? Or what do you crave to create? How do you crave to move? What do you yearn to experience as an embodied experience, as an embodied way of touching what's next for you? What parts of self are wanting to be heard, wanting to be understood? We travel with parts of self, archetypal energies, totemic representations. These are all ways that we connect with our inner guidance, our inner wisdom, and evoke that sense of personal growth. For the last 12 years, Mythos Journey work has been the ground for personal growth and evolutionary growth. If you know that you're on the edge of something new and you want that kind of space to be in process with your art, with your life, come to the quest. Allow the quest to be the guidance. Allow that seasonal wheel and the phases of the moon and all of those juicy opportunities that we have in Quest to tap into the full moon calls and the new moon invitations and the guided process and the mythic themes. There is nothing richer and more purpose-filled than to engage the journey and use the imaginal to counterbalance the day-to-day life so that you can seek and find how the journey holds your deepest heart's desire. Creative ways include soul collage. Some of you may love soul collage, creating in this way. It includes art journaling, painting process. It includes journey circles. We do lots of work with mandala form and large scale mixed media creating, altar building, small journey books that hold the secrets and the clues, and truth telling in large scale mandalas where we tell the truth of the problem and then find the next stage of the journey. So how and where are you being called to the journey? What does this next season of life bring? Are you ready? Are you waiting for something like this? Kindred women from all over the world traveling together, recognizing, honoring your own rhythms and ways, but having the opportunity to engage the journey with guidance and with support and with that beautiful co-creative space that we cultivate in the quest, in our form and all of the materials that come to you that are delivered, and you get to pick and choose and follow the ebb and the flow of the creative flame. Remember that we're called to the flame, to the creative flame, to the inner fire, to the heart's path. Join me in Quest this year. Let the sacred wheel and a year of mythos journey be your choice.